Money, 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 money. Money is always such a tough conversation. I mean, how's your saving going? And do you see yourself becoming a 10% millionaire?
You know what, Pali, this is something that I really struggle with, if I'm being honest. But after seeing that, I think that I'm definitely ready for saving in the future. Yeah. But I'm also ready to cook again.
Oh, you're ready to cook again?
Ready.
And we cannot be cooking by ourselves. We are reintroducing one of the members of 4IAM. I'm speaking about Grace. Are you ready, girl?
Yes, I love mushrooms, so yeah.
Well,
let's get it.
Let's get it. Ask any meat lover and they'll tell you that the T-bone steak is one of the best cuts of beef. It is because it has a cut of meat on each side of the T-bone. On one side is the sirloin and on the other side is a fillet. Add some classic mushroom sauce and you will know why steak is an absolute meat connoisseur's choice.
Absolutely, Pali. This is a great cut of meat, and as you can see, it's so delicious. You've got your fillet, you've got your sirloin. We've brought it up to room temperature first, which is very important when cooking meat. That allows for more even cooking and also results in a more tender piece of meat after cooking.
Stunning. I mean, Grace, on your side, I know you've got a couple of vegetarians there at home, also some vegans.
Yeah.
Which side do you sit on?
I am partially vegetarian.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's honest. I'm so glad because otherwise me and Jay would have had to eat all the meat today. So
Yeah,
at least we get to share.
Yeah,
I can eat meat.
It's a sharing is caring kind of meal today. But what I'm going to start with is with our steak. I'm just going to sear on the fat side, just to render some of that fat into the pan.
Yeah.
That just adds that succulent, you know, vibe to the meat at the end of the cooking. And then once you've seared off your fat nice and it's got that crispiness, you're going to put it flat side down and you can hear that sizzle. And that's exactly what you need for a T-bone. You want that charriness on the outside.
Yeah.
And that really just gets you, you know, that juicy piece of meat, the perfect cooking every time. So 4 minutes on each side. And then, Grace, I'm going to come and help you with your mushroom sauce.
So when it comes to a mushroom sauce, have you ever tried to make one before?
I have.
Yeah?
Just with the mushrooms and butter, not with the extra stuff.
Not with everything extra. You see, we're trying to level it up here in the Afternoon Express Loft, and that's also why we make these masterclasses, so that Mzansi can also up their ante in the kitchen. I mean, Jay, when it comes to scooping in the fatty kind of content, what is key?
So we're using our Clover Classic Fat Spread today. And you really, you know, mushrooms are just a vessel for flavor. They want something to soak in. And this is a nice creamy addition to a mushroom sauce. It's good to saute your onions and get those mushrooms really seared and juicy in the sauce.
Yeah, and now the hero definitely helping us do all of this is that Clover Classic Fat Spread. You can use it in baking, spreading, because the Clover Classic Fat Spread is super versatile to use in any of your favorite cooking techniques. And it takes your classic meals to the next level. Clover Classic Fat Spread is an ideal everyday spread with a touch of clover cream and, of course, a source of 10 vitamins. Definitely, it's 10 out of 10 for me.
100%. So, Pali, not only is it good for sauces, Clover Classic Fat Spread is also good with our meat. So what I'm going to do is, while it's sizzling in the pan, I'm actually going to scoop a nice generous amount on the side, let that melt down, and I'm going to add some thyme, dried thyme. And what this is really great for is basting your steak while it's cooking. Another great way to impart that delicious creamy flavor of the Clover Classic spread, and also the addition of the herbs just adds an extra layer of flavor. And you'll see that I've only seasoned the steak with some salt and pepper.
Yeah.
I'm a purist when it comes to cooking meat, so no fancy flavors.
Not too much. And then at what stage would I add the garlic?
So right before you finish your steak, about a minute to go, I'll add the garlic, because you also don't want that garlic to burn.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just going to baste that on the top.
Grace, on your side, girl, you are whipping it up, flipping it and dipping it. How's it going on your side?
Well, I just need to add like one teeny tiny ingredient. And then we have our mushroom sauce, so I'm always done. I don't know if I'm doing this correctly.
No, you're doing well. I mean, I'm not even giving her any help, and she's already motored on. So what she's done is she's just whipped in some flour as a thickening agent. And I think you can add some more cream in there, Grace.
Oh, okay, so you've went for cream, making something very creamy, very succulent, but worry not, because the steak that we've prepared will definitely come through in that angle.
Yeah, so for your T-bone, you know, we've got quite a thick T-bone here, about 2 centimeters thick. For a T-bone this thick, I would go for 4 minutes aside, and that will give you the perfect medium to rare temperature on your steak. If you'd like it a bit more well done, you're welcome to just pop it into a preheated oven of 180 degrees for 4 to 6 minutes. And the most important thing at the end of cooking the steak, you want to have a nice chopping board. And the same amount of time that you've cooked it, you want to rest that on your chopping board before you serve it or cut into it.
Okay, so not only are we cooking it, we're also resting it. Wow, it sounds like an absolute treat to create this in the kitchen. I've had a taste and it is succulent, it is delicious and definitely packed with flavor. And if you want to get your hands on this recipe, please do head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. Well done, I'm loving the protein.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic!
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.